Hey guys, Pensacola here. It's been a while. Quick update. Life has been a little bit crazy. I've been super busy at work and with life, and it probably won't slow down for a little while, so for now the cadence of YouTube videos will have to go down as well. I'm gonna try my best to hit a video a week, but more realistically, I'll have to go down to a video every 2 weeks. The upside is I am maintaining my stream schedule, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. PT and 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. PT on Sundays. With that out of the way, let's jump into the video topic today, which is how do you stay consistent even if you can't play every day? I want to start by acknowledging that I'm not a god aimer and I never have been, never claimed to be. How, then, do I stay in the upper end of the Diamond Division? Game sense and knowledge of the game. I talked about this in my 4 tips to help anyone rank up video, but if you missed that one, I talked about developing your game sense and specializing in 1 or 2 agents. Here's the thing. There's so many things that are going to change from game to game, but the things that won't change are the agent's abilities. If you can understand each ability and its limits and capabilities, you can start to develop a strategy for dealing with each and interacting with the game on a more strategic level. I'll give you an example. Say you're Skye and you and your team keep pushing main on A site, but the opposing team smokes it off and stalls you. By the time the smoke drops, you're running into an even 5v5. Rather than waiting, you call for the team to follow you out. You throw a flash through the smoke after you and your team walk into it, and suddenly you have an advantage. While this is a super simple example, it illustrates the point perfectly. By playing Skye game over game, you've developed the game sense to realize what will happen if you and your team wait behind the smoke for it to dissipate, and you know that you have to push whatever advantage you can. Similarly, if you play a smoke agent, you can determine the best smokes to place and when in the round to place them to secure the sight lines for you and your team and to cut off sight lines for the enemy. This brings me back to my initial question. What you can do to stay consistent despite not being able to play consistently or not being the superior aimer. It all comes down to ability usage and the way that those abilities shift the advantage to you and your team. The more you play, the more you'll develop this sense of what ability to use and where, but here are a few key tips you can use. Flash out of smokes or chokes, places where people might be holding an angle. You can use mollies to clear corners where you may need to take a 50-50. Think about mid-box on split. Info utility should be used before you peek if you're on an info character. For example, Sova Dart, Cypher Cam, etc. Smokes are great for denying angles or forcing an opponent to wide swing an angle. Movement utility allows you to play aggressive off angles and take fights that will surprise enemies. As a rule of thumb, you should never lose a round with utility left over. This isn't always the case, but this will help make sure that you're using your utility in ways that will help you learn how to use your utility. Now, I know this is a short one, but I haven't had a ton of time lately, so I hope you like this and stick around for more content in the future. If you did, make sure to check out the other videos on the channel and subscribe. Thank you.
That's what's happening.
This guy's got a pretty nice helmet.